If you believe an expensive helmet makes you invincible and a cheap one is a death wish, this might surprise you. I've crashed in both, a budget DOT-only lid and a premium carbon fiber helmet with high-end safety tech. In both cases, I walked away. But the differences I felt before, during, and after impact changed the way I buy helmets forever. Today, I'll break down what actually protects your brain, what's marketing gloss, and how to pick the right helmet for your head so you buy smart no matter your budget. Stick around, because I'll share the 10-second fit test that tells you if a helmet is dangerous for you, and the $20 add-on that made more difference than carbon fiber. Number 1. The budget helmet that did its job. The first crash was a city low side at roughly 25 to 30 miles per hour. A patch of diesel at an intersection, light rain, and a car creeping out created the perfect trap. I braked, the front washed, and I slid on my left side. The budget helmet was a polycarbonate shell with a DOT sticker, basic EPS liner, and a simple visor latch. The impact point was the temple and cheek area as my head glanced off the curb's rounded edge before sliding. What happened next matters. The EPS crushed as designed, the shell scuffed deeply but didn't crack, and the visor popped open. I stood up woozy, but no loss of consciousness, no skull fracture, and no stitches. Later, I had a mild headache and some neck soreness, likely mild concussion symptoms. That inexpensive lid, properly fitted and strapped, did what helmets are supposed to do: manage impact energy and prevent catastrophic head injury. The downside? The visor popping open during the slide let grit hit my eye. The cheek pads compressed quickly under load, and the fit, already okay, felt less stable once the liner compacted. It saved my day, but it made me rethink features I'd shrugged off as luxury. Number 2. The premium helmet that changed my mind. The second crash was faster. Suburban back road, about 45 miles per hour, cold tires, and a decreasing radius ride I misread. I trail braked deeper than my comfort zone, found gravel at the apex, and the rear snapped, then gripped. Classic near high side. I went down on the right, tumbled once, and slid. Premium lid this time. Carbon fiberglass composite shell, ECE certification, and a rotational slip liner system similar to MIPS. The impact felt different. The visor stayed locked. The shell took a hard hit on the crown and right side, and I remember my head rolling rather than jerking abruptly. I stood up clearer than crash number 1. Fewer post-ride symptoms, no sand in my eyes, and less neck fatigue afterward. That rotational management and secure visor mechanism weren't hype. They changed the quality of my crash. Both helmets prevented the worst. The expensive helmet reduced the after. That's the nuance. What actually protects you? Fit first, always. Price doesn't protect you if the helmet doesn't fit your head. Fit is the number 1 safety feature, period. A proper fit means firm, even pressure all around, with no hot spots after 15 minutes, cheeks snug like you're chewing gum against resistance, and zero roll-off when you try to pull the back up and over with the strap secured. If you can twist the helmet so your eyebrows move independently of the shell, it's too loose. If you feel sharp pressure points within 5 minutes, it's the wrong shape. Head shape matters. Most brands skew toward intermediate oval. Some are rounder, others are longer. Try multiple brands, not just multiple sizes. A $150 helmet that matches your head shape will protect better than a $900 helmet that doesn't. Impact energy and the role of EPS. Every certified helmet uses an EPS, expanded polystyrene liner, to crush and slow your head down in a crash. The shell spreads the hit. The EPS manages deceleration. Think of it as a crumple zone. Too hard and your brain takes the hit. Too soft and it bottoms out. Multi-density EPS, firmer in high-impact zones, softer elsewhere, can broaden the protection range. Both of my helmets had EPS that did its job. The premium one used tuned densities, which I suspect contributed to the less rattled outcome. Rotational forces and slip liners. Not every crash is a straight smack. Most involve oblique angles that spin the head. That rotational acceleration is a big driver of brain injury. Slip liner systems allow a little helmet movement relative to your head during an impact, bleeding off rotational energy. In my second crash, that rolling sensation instead of a snap is what I remember. If you ride street where oblique hits are likely, rotational management is a smart upgrade. Certifications, what the stickers really mean. DOT is a minimum self-certification in the US. ECE 22.06 and FIM are more modern, with broader impact ranges and rotational tests in their protocols. Snell focuses on higher energy hits and shell penetration, great for track and racing scenarios, sometimes stiffer for pure street comfort. If you can, look for ECE 22.06 on street lids. If you track, a Snell or FIM-approved helmet that still fits your head is solid. Stickers don't trump fit, but they're not meaningless. Shell materials. Polycarbonate versus fiberglass versus carbon. Polycarbonate is heavier and absorbs energy by flexing. Fiberglass and composite shells can be lighter and distribute energy well. Carbon can be lightest and very stiff. When paired with the right EPS, it shines. But carbon alone isn't magic. Weight matters because neck fatigue adds up on long days and can affect your reaction time. My carbon composite lid left me less tired on multi-hour rides. That's safety too. The features that actually matter. Visor mechanics that stay closed in a slide. A positive latch you can operate with gloves. And a pin-lock-ready visor or anti-fog insert change night riding from guesswork to confidence. Ventilation you can open and close by feel prevents visor fog and heat haze. A wide eye port boosts peripheral awareness. Emergency quick-release cheek pads matter if you ever need EMS to remove the helmet safely. Removable, washable liners keep the fit consistent over time. Speaker cutouts and comms-ready recesses are convenience features. But less DIY foam cutting means the EPS stays how the manufacturer intended. Noise, fatigue, and why quiet is safer. Wind roar is not just annoying, it drains your brain. A quieter shell shape, good neck roll, and tighter seal around the visor keep you sharper. Combined with filtered earplugs, you reduce fatigue and widen your attention. The budget lid in crash number 1 was loud. I rode shorter and with more irritability. The premium was calmer. That calm shows up in how early you see threats. Age, damage, and replacement rules. EPS can harden and degrade with time, sweat, and heat. Most manufacturers recommend replacing a helmet every 5 to 7 years or immediately after any significant impact. If you drop a helmet from waist height onto carpet, you probably didn't ruin it. If it hits concrete, especially on an edge, treat it as compromised. My budget lid went straight to retirement after crash number 1. My premium lid did too, even though it looked okay. External scuffs lie, internal EPS crush is invisible. The 10-second danger test. Put the helmet on, buckle the strap, and try to roll it off forward by pulling up at the back. If it moves enough to expose your forehead or comes close to rolling off, it's unsafe for you. Then try the eyebrow test. Twist the helmet side to side. If your skin moves but the helmet doesn't, it's too loose. Add the hotspot test. Keep it on for 15 minutes in the shop. If a pressure point becomes sharp, that shape will give you headaches at speed. The $20 upgrade that beat carbon fiber. A clear pinlock-style anti-fog insert made a bigger difference to my safety than the carbon weave on the shell. If you ride in rain, cold, or at night, being able to see without cracking the visor changes everything. Fog turns headlights into stars. Stars hide hazards. A simple insert keeps your world sharp. That's the kind of low-cost upgrade that turns expensive but foggy into budget but confident. When cheap is smart, and when it's not. Spending less is smart if you nail fit, get a modern certification, and add the right accessories. A mid-tier polycarbonate helmet with ECE 22006, a pin lock, and a secure visor latch can be an excellent street helmet. Spending more is smart when you need multiple shell sizes to get your fit perfect, when you ride long hours and weight or quiet matter, and when you want rotational management and premium build that lasts. Where cheap becomes risky is chasing the lowest price with vague certifications, flimsy visor latches, and a shape that sort of fits. Where expensive becomes wasteful is buying race tech for a head shape the brand doesn't serve, or choosing carbon to save 100 grams while ignoring a fogging visor and poor noise control. Shopping strategy that works every time. Start with shape. Identify whether your head is more round, intermediate oval, or long oval by trying 3 brands known for each. Wear each for 10 to 15 minutes. Choose the shell that feels evenly snug. Then, size. Most helmets loosen a little. Start firm. Check field of view. Can you see shoulder checks without contortion? Test controls with gloves. Can you open vents and lock the visor by feel? Ask about shell sizes. Some XS and M share a shell. Some LXXS share. More shell sizes usually means better proportional fit. Confirm emergency release pads and visor pin lock compatibility. Only then think about graphics and materials. What my 2 crashes taught me. Both helmets did the core job. They kept a bad day from becoming the worst day. The differences showed up in the margins, how clear my vision stayed, how secure the visor was, how my neck felt, and how my head spun or didn't on impact. Those margins are where you live as a rider. Fit is king. Certification matters. Rotational management helps. And features that keep you calm and seeing clearly are worth every dollar. How to decide at your budget. If your budget is tight, prioritize the right shape and snug fit. ECE 22.06, or at least a well-vetted DOT from a reputable brand. A visor that seals and latches, and a pin lock insert. Add filtered earplugs and call it a day. If you've got more to spend, upgrade to lighter composite shells, quieter aerodynamics, a quality liner that holds shape, and a slip liner system. Either way, commit to replacing the helmet after a real impact and around the 5 to 7 year mark. A helmet isn't a trophy, it's a tool. The best one is the one that fits your head perfectly, keeps your vision clear in real weather, stays quiet enough that your brain doesn't get cooked by wind, and manages both straight and angled hits. I've crashed in cheap and inexpensive, and I'm grateful to both. The premium reduced the aftershocks. The budget proved that smart fit beats blind faith in price. Here's your action plan for your next lid. Try multiple brands for shape. Do the 10-second danger test. Keep it on for 15 minutes to find hotspots. Verify modern certification. Make sure the visor is pin lock ready and latches positively. And choose the quietest, best sealing shell you can afford. Add the $20 anti-fog insert and filtered earplugs, and you've just multiplied your safety. No carbon fiber required. If you've got a crash story that changed how you buy helmets, share it. What made the biggest difference for you? Fit, certification, or features? And if you want my pre-buy checklist, you can screenshot and take to the shop. Say helmet, and I'll include it in the next description. Ride smart, protect your brain, and I'll see you in the next one.